So it is September the 9th. I am on my second day of driving. It's currently 8:30 in the morning Central Time, and I am 50 miles outside of Rapid City, South Dakota. It's 78 degrees at home, northwest Ohio, where it's been for months. And here in the Black Hills, I can see snow. Over Labor Day weekend, snow dropped down to 5,500 feet in central Montana, where I'm headed. And I guess the elk are talking, so really looking forward to that. My brother-in-law, Lindy, has been out chasing them. Had a few opportunities, couldn't connect, but we're excited to get out into the mountains. Gonna be hunting with Lindy, hopefully hunting with Mike. So we're planning on either ATVing or backpacking in to roadless drainage and hunting there for 5 days. My wife and daughter are going to fly out. We're going to do a little vacation, mostly visiting. And then they're going to fly back out, and I have 5 more days to hunt. And then I got to head home. All right, well, it is the 10th of September. I am at my in-laws' house here in Great Falls. And I'm packing up my food for the next 5 days. Today is Thursday. We're planning on coming out on Monday. And that's the tentative plan. You never know what will happen. But so I'm packing my food up for basically 5 days. It'll be full 3 days of meals, and then dinner tonight and breakfast on Monday. So here's what I got going on. I've basically got a big lineup of all my food. Taking it all, putting it in a bag. Here is the day-by-day breakdown. I still need to add some tortillas to each one, but I forgot my gallon bags. I'll have to go and see if Lindy has any. But basically start with freeze-dried. That's a dinner. And then lunches, tuna or chicken pouches. Tortilla that I got to add yet. I've got bacon and honey for a wrap. For lunch also. These Kind bars for breakfast. Fritos, great calories per weight. Snickers, Lar Bar, honey waffle. Some peanut butter cups, 3 drink blends, Gatorade, Pedialyte, and something for flavor, which is Country Time on that day. Cliff Shot blocks, Cliff Shot energy gels. These I eat a lot when I'm cycling, so I know they're great. And then peanut butter, Justin's peanut butter to go on tortilla with the bacon and the honey. So that is my meal plan. Should be about 3,000 calories a day, or right around there. And I'm a big boy, so I'm going to burn a lot of calories. Or at least that is my plan. All you can do is plan. You never know how it's going to turn out until you do it. So I didn't want to pack light. So we're packing not heavy, but to the best of our ability, about 3,000 calories. So we'll see how it goes. Hopefully carrying in itself doesn't break me alone. But we're planning on hiking, I don't know, 2-3 miles today just to get to where we want to go, setting up camp, and start to look, see what we can find, see if they're talking, see what's going on. Well, we are packed up in our destination and about to head in. Wendy's got his alternative so full, he's got stuff on the outside of it. I did that on a goat hunt, another my lesson. I lost a sleeping bag that way. I switched from a solution today to a Aldex Ultra, 6,000 cubic inches. I've got this thing maxed out. I'll probably regret that in a mile or so. We got to go about straight up for about a mile, and then we should be on a ridge top. And we're gonna see what we can get into. It looks like there's some other people maybe hunting this area. See what happens. We're gonna start hiking, start sweating. It's probably, I don't know, 60 degrees out up here. We're probably at, I don't know, 7,000 feet right now.
74,
74, going up to 8. So, all right, here goes mutton.
Second day, I didn't feel much after the hike in yesterday. It was pretty rough on me. This is going to be a tough hunt. Not in as good a shape as I have been previous years. And it's just big, steep country. Last night we came in, I was dying, and we set up camp right around dark. Glassed a little bit, found one bull, heard a bunch of bugles. This morning we're out glassing, spotted 4 bulls so far, and we can still hear them bugling. Heard them bugling through the night, so it's promising as long as I can motor my large body around these mountains. So we'll see.
We spotted elk in 4 locations. 3 spikes on the near ridge, a lone bull in a small meadow on the second ridge, a large group in another meadow on the second ridge, and a small group on the third ridge. We decided to head to the second ridge.
Now there's 2 bulls up top in that park. Or two elk anyway. Oh, what do you want to do?
Go kill elk.
So much anger. Well, we've hiked about 1.5 miles, and we're on top of the ridge of where we saw 2 different groups of elk. It's the further ridge. We got a closer look at the closer ones. We determined 2 were probably spikes. We never saw the third one again. On the ridge we're sitting above right now, there was a really big bodied bull. We could tell he had horns. He was branching on our bull. And there was cows with him. Or at least smaller bulls, smaller elk anyway. And then there was another little meadow down below where there was what we think was a lone bull. Well, the past 5 minutes, we've had a bugle fest here. We're kind of between 2 bulls. One's pretty close. Lindy just blew his bugle. That bull wasn't very happy about it, so we're going to see if we can get him in closer. See what happens. I don't know what we might do on video. I'm going to put the camera away so we can concentrate on hunting.
We slowly continued working our way down the ridge another mile, trying to close the distance to one of the bugling bulls. When we hit the meadow we'd spotted the elk in that morning, we could smell elk, but the bugles had stopped. At that point it was early afternoon, and no elk were talking. After an hour or more of silence, we decided we had to drop elevation and get water.
Well, it is 3:30. We just finally got water. We had to drop 500 feet to add to our already 1,100 feet. That's a rough guesstimate. I'm not positive how far, but pretty far. Now we're trying to find the trail. Apparently they don't ever use or maintain trails in this area. I'm just going to tell you right now, the drainage we're in, it's a hellhole. Don't ever come here. There's elk, but it sucks. It's 3:30. We're hoping to get back to camp by dark, which is like 8. Because we got a long way to go up. We each have 3 gallons of water apiece now. So that's 24 pounds of consumables I really don't want to carry, but I have to.
Over 1,000 feet of elevation gain.
How many?
1,200
1,200?
to here.
We still gotta go up a little bit. 1,200 to here. Been a 2-hour and 10-minute misery fest for this guy. We're on top. We gotta deal with some knobs yet to go up and down. And we'll be back at camp. Not sure I want to elk hunt anymore. Used to be fun. Having a hard time with it today. Gone about 6 miles so far, I think, is all. But so much vertical, just tough. Good view right now, though. Well, today is over. All I can say is thank God for that. We spotted a bunch of elk this morning on 3 different ridges. Made a plan to go to the middle ridge where the most elk were, and up here the biggest bulls were. And it was about a 6 or 7 round trip day, which in itself wasn't that bad. But once you got the vertical involved, it was too much for me. So I was just dead. We were basically done hunting by 2 o'clock. Bull was talking, but he was above us by then, and we had to go to the bottom to get water. I think we dropped 1,500 feet from camp, but we also did a lot of up and down in between. And then we each carried 3 gallons of water each out up that 1,500 vertical feet, which just was more than I wanted to do, for sure. More than I could handle. So, tonight we were both dead. We got back to camp, both exhausted. Trying to recover and recuperate for tomorrow. Not real optimistic. We glassed the same spot tonight. Elk were out on that same ridge again in those little parks. And, we didn't bother them at all, so we might go over there. We're going to glass in the morning, and we might go over there and see if they're talking again, and if they are, then we might pursue them, but we just really don't want to go back to that bottom. Well, it is Saturday, second full day, but 3rd day we've been in the field here. Glassed pretty much same elk in the same parks this morning. I apologize for the lack of filming. So much going on. We're getting kind of a late start. We slept in a little bit. Still really feeling the effects from yesterday. I feel good overall, but get winded easily. Lindy said his body's aching pretty good. We're trying to stay high today. We heard a bugle up here on the same ridge we're on, so we're working our way towards that, and we're trying to find a alternative water source up higher so we can drop down so low. But we're heading out of camp and see what we can get into. He is down there a ways. Well, we're coming down this trail. We saw some elk in a park below us, and we started calling to them. Tried to skirt around them. We bumped another one. And it's a bull, and it's gone way down there. But they were close here. Well, we could smell them. We could hear them really close. We think there might be more than one group, but we're not sure. So we're just going to chase them around and see what happens. He's just responding.
Lindy chased these elk down the drainage, while I opted to check out a lead for a water source. When we'd met back up, he told me he had a shot at a calf, but he never saw the bull.
Well, we found a water source here in this meadow where we heard the elk the first time, less than a mile from camp. Probably only 500 or 600 feet elevation difference. That's going to to save us a lot of effort for getting water. And there's a wallow within 100 yards of us here. And we're thinking about just sitting over at least for a while and seeing how it pans out. It's supposed to be in the 70s in the canyon today, so I'm sure it'll be at least in the upper 60s up here. So we're gonna see what happens. We're at like, I don't know, 7,000 feet. There's a bull bugling over there. They're still making a little noise. Well, we sat over this wallow here for most of the day. No real action to speak of. We're gonna head into where we've been hearing them bugle for the last 2 days. Just below camp and see if we can get it into something. So it's gonna be thick timber for a while, maybe alders, to the park under camp, meadow under camp, whatever you wanna call it. So we're heading in, it's thick stuff. Hopefully we can at least have a good run, and so here we go. So, of course, we have no video of it, but Lindy and I worked across this park, or across this mountain face, to an open park, and we set up a decoy back in the timber, and he started calling, and after about 20 minutes, below us a bull lit up, and I kind of pitched in with the calling to help bag it on. It bugled a few times, got closer and closer, and then it just emerged right between us. I had no shot, and he took a 20-yard shot after it busted on my wind, and we think it's down. We're going to give it a little more time. Lindy's going to continue to call for me and see if something else comes in, but he just fired up out of the blue after a while of calling, so we're going to keep calling for a little bit before we go check to see if this guy's down. And tag him and hang him if we can. And see what the rest of the day brings. So, I think he's a raghorn. He was a definite shooter for me. Obviously, he was a shooter for Lindy too, because he shot him. So, very cool. He was maybe 30 yards the closest to me. Then he busted my way. He stopped at 40. And that's when Lindy shot. I never had a shot. He had to come another 10 yards through my wind for me to shoot. So, I don't know, it's probably a mile to camp. Or not quite a mile to camp. It's 700 vertical feet. Nothing beats a pass through on an elk. Nice. Nice. Too bad I couldn't get it on video.
Slick tricks, fixed plane. Fab TKOs, awesome.
Got him, huh?
See him?
Yeah.
He hasn't moved.
Hold this for a second. Let's see if I can find him with the camera. There he lays, right there. Looks like a dead elk to me.
Oh my, lots of work.
Apparently Lindy did not think that this extra 2 gallons of water on my back was enough weight coming out of this hole tonight.
We're gonna have some fun. See if we can't get some help, but at least we got water.
1 down, 1 to go.
Yeah, if you want to come up, anytime works for you, man. You're the man. Yeah, you'll see my truck, and then we walk straight up the hill over the top.
So I'm a non-resident,
And then connected on.
and I keep showing the residents the hunting spots. Now he's bringing his friends. They keep telling me not to show other people their hunting spots. How's this work? Takes my spot, shoots my elk. He's very apologetic for shooting the elk. He was calling to me.
I was calling. I called, and it came to you until it got your wind, and then it turned and it was leaving, and I was like, it's 20 yards.
With my brand new decoy.
Yeah.
You used my decoy to shoot my elk in my spot.
I'm sorry I used your decoy and your spot. It shot your elk, but it got your wind and was going to be gone.
He sure was. He busted. Wish I had video of it. But
yeah, and he stopped here at 20 yards.
I didn't see him until he was 30 yards from me. And he was probably 30 from you then, too.
30, 35.
He came your way to 20.
Then he turned and was going to head down this little trail, which he ended up dying on.
Yeah. Find a resting place.
So, we're going to have a busy night.
Yeah. I think I'm going to take a nap right here in this elk bed.
Might just sleep there myself. See Daddy's elk? It's peeking. My daughter just said the elk's hiding. It's peeking.
That's awesome.
Do you see it hiding in the tree? Yay! Love you, Momo. I love you.
There she is.
Yay! Okay, honey, we're gonna get working on this elk, okay?
Okay.
I love you.
I love you too. Have fun.
Yeah, bye.
Bye bear now.
Try not to.
Five point. At least on one side. 5 by 5. Definitely would have shot him.
Nice little raghorn.
Nice work.
Not a giant bull, but he's mine. Here's the shot. I don't know. I'll check it out.
Well, it is midnight. I'm back in camp. Lindy called a friend, and he helped us pack out. They went back for another load each, and I drew the short straw. I'm pretty sure they drew the short straws. And they're going after the other load. So it'll probably be 2 in the morning before they get back. Just guessing. It's not that far, but it's just a lot of vertical. And it's not very nice terrain, a lot of shale. It's just not a very fun hike. So I am got some camp chores done before they headed off, and I am gonna hit the hay here. Got a 4-wheeler coming in tomorrow to pick up meat. We're gonna tear down camp and head out, and we'll see if we get back in the mountains or not. Well, got done packing out last night. I only brought the first load out. Came back by midnight. Lindy and Galloway got back the second load around 2 in the morning. My buddy Mike came in with the 4-wheeler today, and it's just a short hike to the trail. But I also discovered I have no quiver this morning, so I lost it somewhere along the way. So I can't really hunt without my quiver full of arrows. So we're gonna go look for that on about quarter to half the route, which I really don't want to do. But it's either that or my trip's pretty much over. I do have more arrows, but I do have another quiver. And we're packing up to the 4-wheeler right now, so taking all the meat out so we can get it taken care of. And yeah, see how the rest of the day goes. Smoky out today, can't glass very far. All right. Now we get to go look for my quiver. How exciting. Exciting times. What an exciting time to be alive, huh, Mike?
Yeah, man, on another episode.
You're so excited about that. All right.
I'm glad that we didn't have to use these frame packs too.
So I was wondering what you brought them for.
Well, I didn't know how far. I thought maybe we'd have to go get another load or something. I didn't know that other friend was already here.
Well, just got done a little exploratory hike trying to find my arrows and quiver. The mountain owns them. Never find them. It's just too big a country. I've got more arrows, broadheads. I can either buy a quiver or borrow one. But I'm done hunting for today and tomorrow. And we're going to pack out of here. Finish packing out of here. Mike's out still looking. Maybe he'll have some luck, but I doubt it. So he's Billy Goat. He likes to hike and walk and yada yada yada. Just a daily event for him. He lives here. That's what he does for fun. So I would if I lived here, but I don't anymore. So it's tough for me. The mountain giveth and the mountain taketh away. We didn't make it back into the mountains before my family had arrived. I spent the next week visiting my family and friends and put my elk tag on hold until the following week.